everybody. So as mentioned, I said I'd be posting a yoga sequence to open up the heart chakra. So here it is. So two things. If you have blocks, just maybe try to get one block. We'll be using it. If not, I'll give a variety of options as well if you don't have a block, but if you do, go and grab it. And also for the end, if you have a bolster, pillow, what can also work is that if you take a yoga mat and you roll it in a towel, that can also work just for the last shavasana at the end. So that being said, come to sit, your legs crossed or in a comfortable seated position. If you're feeling tight in the hips, you may also want to grab the block at this point and come and sit onto it. And that'll help open up through the knees and the hips. It's also a bit maybe more comfortable for those with low back issues, so it really helps to elongate, feel tall through the spine. So just close out the eye, calm the breath, and with each inhale, feel an openness through the shoulders, through the heart. Inhale as the heart rises. And maybe pull the shoulder blades a bit closer to one another. Really open up through the shoulders. Exhale as you relax the shoulders. And just come into your breath. Each inhale, the heart opens. Each exhale, feeling relaxed. Relaxing any tension in the shoulders, and the hips, and the knees. Relax your jaw, relax the forehead. Just come to your breath. Smile. And here on an inhale, maybe bring your shoulders up and exhale as you round them out. Warming up the shoulders, getting a bit of movement going. Inhale as the shoulders up. Exhale as they come down. Inhale up. Exhale down. You can even let out a sigh or two. And try to focus during our practice today with each inhale, really to feel an openness in the heart. And with each exhale, really focus on letting go of any tension and grounding down, feeling supported. So here you can remove the block. So we're going to proceed with a gentle twist. So here, inhale, your hands come up. Exhale, bring your left hand onto your right knee. You can even bring your other hand on the small of your back. Inhale to find length through the spine. Keep an openness through the shoulder. And exhale to look beyond your right shoulder. Each inhale to find length as you hug in the abdominals and twist back. Exhale, releasing the knees to the ground. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, hands up. Exhale to the other side. Inhale to find length. Exhale to twist. Inhale up. Exhale the hands down. Here we'll go with for cow face pose. So if you do have a block, here's a good place where you can use it. So there's a different variety of how you can do the pose. So first we'll start bringing our left leg so it's parallel to the edge of our mat. So those who can, that feel open, can bring right away their right ankle, place it on top of the knee. And if you feel like your right knee isn't completely touching your left ankle, you can bring your block and place it under the knee. That way with each exhale, really you feel grounded through the knees. Okay, another variation, if this is a bit much, you can also bring the block in front and rest your ankle on the block. So wherever you are in your pose, in your bodies, listen to your bodies and your limit. So here we're going to inhale, bring your hands up, and you could bend your left elbow. Inhale to find openness through the heart, and exhale as you gently push the head onto your bicep. Inhale up, exhale as it comes down. All right, and those who want can wrap the right hand around to try to bind through the fingertips. So inhale, pushing our heart forward. Exhale as you walk the fingers a bit closer to one another. You can release, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So just interchange the cross of the legs. And you could bring your left ankle this time on top of the left knee, and bring the block under the knee, or maybe this time you feel a bit more open. So you could stack your knee on top of the ankle, or again, bring the block in front. So no two sides is created equal, so one side might be open more than the other. It's totally normal. And we'll do the same thing here. Inhale, sweep your hands up, bend the right. Inhale as you push your heart forward. Exhale as you gently let your right hand travel down the back. And you can just stay here if you want. You can wrap your left hand around and go for the bind. Inhale up, exhale to release. Undo the bind. We're just gonna get out of this pose a little. So extend your legs now, just to feel a bit of circulation coming back. So you can even point the toes, flex the toes, shake the legs. All right, so we're going to go for a reverse plank. It's another good heart opener. So you want to bring here, roll the shoulders back and around. So there's two variations of reverse plank. So a more gentle version, if you bend the knees, bring your hands flat, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hug in the abdominals. Inhale, push the hips up to the sky. And here with each inhale, push your hips towards the sky as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. And just hold for 3 breaths. The other variation would be to extend the legs, point the toes, roll the shoulders back and around, and inhale, push your hips up towards the sky. Inhale as you push the hips, hugging in the abdominals, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and hold for 3 breaths. So come down, just a little counter pose for this one. In the Paschimottanasana staff pose, inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, relax the shoulder, and hinging from the hips. Keep a long spine, straight spine. Inhale, find length. Exhale as you let the heart come down. And again for 3 breaths, keeping the bicep by the ears. Chin a bit tucked in. And finally, keeping your toes flexed, feet flexed, toes to nose, round out. And around, bring your gaze to the belly button. Inhale as you breathe in through the lungs. Exhale as the head travels down. Again for 3 breaths. Gently walk your hands back towards you. Cross the legs. Come on to your hands and knees for a few cat-cow. Following breath again. Hugging in the abdominals, shoulders away from the ears, grounding down through the knees, tops of the feet. A bit maybe clawing at your mat with your fingertips. Inhale as you shine your heart forward, lifting up your hips. Exhale, rounding out through the spine, letting the head hang. Inhale, hips up, shine your heart. Exhale to round out. And again, doing this 3 times. And here we're going to go, we're going to go into a melting heart pose. So bring your hands as wide as the mat, keeping your hips on top of your knees, and just gently melt your heart towards the ground, bringing your forehead, third eye to the mat. So if you want to activate a bit of the heart and throat chakra, you could bring your chin to the mat and stare and gaze between your 2 thumbs. Again, holding for 3 breaths. All right, from here, roll the shoulders back and around. So there's two variations of reverse plank. So a more gentle version, if you bend the knees, bring your hands flat, roll the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, hug in the abdominals, inhale, push the hips up to the sky. And here with each inhale, push your hips towards the sky as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. And just hold for 3 breaths. The other variation would be to extend the legs, point the toes, roll the shoulders back and around, and inhale, push your hips up towards the sky. Inhale as you push the hips, hugging in the abdominals, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and hold for 3 breaths. So come down, just a little counter pose for this one. In the Paschimottanasana staff pose, inhale, bring your hands up, exhale, relax the shoulder, and hinging from the hips. Keep a long spine, straight spine. Inhale, find length. Exhale as you let the heart come down. And again for 3 breaths, keeping the bicep by the ears. Chin a bit tucked in. And finally, keeping your toes flexed, feet flexed, toes to nose, round out. And around, bring your gaze to the belly button. Inhale as you breathe in through the lungs. Exhale as the head travels down. Again for 3 breaths. Gently walk your hands back towards you. Cross the legs. Come on to your hands and knees for a few cat-cow. Following breath again. Hugging in the abdominals, shoulders away from the ears. Grounding down through the knees, tops of the feet. A bit maybe clawing at your mat with your fingertips. Inhale as you shine your heart forward, lifting up your hips. Exhale, rounding out through the spine, letting the head hang. Inhale, hips up, shine your heart. Exhale to round out. And again, doing this 3 times. And here we're going to go, we're going to go into a melting heart pose. So bring your hands as wide as the mat. Keeping your hips on top of your knees, and just gently melt your heart towards the ground, bringing your forehead, third eye to the mat. So if you want to activate a bit of the heart and throat chakra, you could bring your chin to the mat and stare and gaze between your 2 thumbs. Again, holding for 3 breaths. From here, coming back to table, we're going to go into a side plank, another heart opener. So you want to pivot your right leg out, extend the left foot, left leg, bring your hand out to the sky, and inhale as you push your hips forward and bring your gaze to your thumb, keeping an openness through the heart and shoulder. If you want to go a bit deeper into the pose, just move your left leg up, extend the right, and stack both feet. For 3 breaths. Bring your hands to both sides. So if you want to go right away into the plank onto the other side, you may go. For the more gentle version, come back to the knees. Pivot your foot out. Extend the right. And do the same thing onto the other side. From here, coming back to table, walk your hands back towards you. Bring your legs back out in front of you. And we're going to go for a joy pose here. So bringing your right leg completely out. Bring your left hand by your left hip and begin to sway your right hand back and forth. On an inhale, when you're ready, inhale, push your hips up, reach all the way back. Each inhale as you push your hips up, exhale, reach far beyond. Keeping an openness through the shoulders, so it helps to bring your shoulder blades together. Exhale, come down, grab your other foot, tuck in the right foot inside the left thigh, right hand next to the right hip, sway your hand back and forth. Again, inhale, when you're ready, push your hips up and forward, exhale, reach back. come back to table. And right away here to table, tucking our toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling as you push your heart to the knees. Exhale as you let the head hang. And let's just go for one little sun salutation. So bend the knees. Walk or jump to the front of your mat. So ground down. Inhale, half lift. Here in your half lift, really have the crown of your head pointing forward. Hands pushing into shins, shins into the hands. Shoulders open. Exhale, fold. Grab onto opposite elbows and just let yourself sway from side to side. Inhale, rolling up one vertebra at a time. Hands come up to the sky. Palms together to the heart. Inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Lead with the heart. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Come to frame your feet. Step, walk, or jump back into a plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, wave your body to plank. Exhale, chaturanga, release the knees. Heart, roll forward, coming up to baby cobra. Peel the upper body up into cobra if you'd like, or if it's in your practice, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And finally, release your knees as wide as the mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Child's pose. Taking a moment here just to calm the breath after doing one or two sun salutations. You know, it might get the endorphins going, speed up the breath, so take a moment to calm it. Calm your heart by slowing down the breath. When you're ready, coming back to table, tucking our toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, kick your right heel to the sky. Inhale, knee to nose, and come and place your right foot between both hands. Step your left heel down. Warrior series. So frame your foot. Inhale, ground down through the legs. Come all the way up. Warrior one. Framing your hips and shoulders to the front. Inhale to reach. Exhale, pivot to the side. Warrior two. And if you redo this practice afterwards, try to maybe keep and hold each pose 3 breaths. Inhale to find length. Exhale, melt to the pose. And just gaze at the top of the middle finger. And maybe for 3 breaths, dance it out. Keeping a bend in the front knee. Exhale, pivot back. Same thing on the other side. Step back, down dog. This time let's kick our left heel up to the sky. Inhale, knee to nose. Step through. Bring your heel to the ground. Come all the way up. Warrior two. Warrior one, sorry. Inhale to find length. Exhale, squaring your hips to the front. Relaxing your shoulder. Inhale, reach. Pivot. Warrior two. And here really feel an openness through the shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blade together as you bring the pelvic forward. Inhale to reach. Exhale, melt. Inhale, dance it out. Come all the way back. Frame the foot. Step forward this time. So kind of bend the back leg a bit and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold again. With the feet about hip distance apart. Grounding down through the feet. Hip distance if you bring both of your knuckles together. Place between your feet. I'll give you your hip distance. Inhale, gently roll up. Come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Circling the shoulders last. So we're going to go for a dancer pose. King dancer. So Bring your left hand up to the sky, right hand out. Grounding down through your left leg and foot. You're going to grab the inside of your right foot here. And always try to keep the knees as close as you can together. And here we're gently going to inhale, find length. Exhale, start to kick your foot into the hand. And when you're ready and you can no longer lift your leg up, exhale, reach down. And hold for 3 breaths. And you could bring your gaze to a point that doesn't move in front of you, or sometimes it helps maybe 3 or 4 feet in front of you. Inhale, come back up. Do the same thing to the other side. So bring your right hand up, catch the inside of your left foot. Inhale to find length. And kick your foot into the hand to lift the thigh so maybe it's parallel to the ground. When you're ready, exhale, hinge forward. Hold it for each breath, coming a little bit deeper into the pose. And when you're ready, inhale, come all the way back up. Let that go. And we'll come down gently into a squat. Important to try to keep our heels glued to the ground. So it might be easier for some to walk our heels a bit closer or wider up, depending on the shape of your body and how your hips move and feel. So bring your hands to heart. And here, inhale, grow tall through the spine, and exhale as you relax the pelvic head closer to the ground. Calming your breath. Close out the eyes if you want. And you could bring your right hand under the nose and reach with the left hand to the sky. Gaze at the top of your fingers. Inhale as you push your heart open. Exhale, release. Same thing onto the other side. Inhale, opening up through the shoulder. Reach up. Exhale to come down. So from here, we're going to get onto our knees and go for camel. So come to standing on your knees. If your knees are a bit sensitive, you can fold your mat back to come and stand onto it. So here we're going to tuck our toes under our heels, bring our hands behind the back, roll the shoulders back and around. Bring your gaze to your belly button. Inhale, start to push the hips forward as you kind of bring your shoulder blades closer to the ground and tuck in the chin towards the collarbone to feel a length through the back of the neck. And bring your sight just above your nose. Inhale as you open up through the shoulders and the heart. Exhale, ground down. If it's in your practice, you can also reach, grab the outside edge of your heel, that fleshy part. Inhale, opening up through the heart, pushing the hips forward. Exhale, grounding down. And after 3 breaths, when you're ready to come out, inhale, hug in the abdominals and push the shoulders forward. And just come to sit gently onto the heels, close out the eyes. Catch your breath. Let your body absorb the pose. Camel can be an extreme heart opener. It can stir up a lot of emotion. It can also feel maybe a bit nauseous sometimes, but it's normal. Just come back to your breath. Inhale as the heart rises. Exhale to let go of any tension. So we're going to come into our next pose, coming onto our bellies for Sphinx. So bring your elbows underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and around. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. So here, simultaneously as you inhale and pull your elbows towards your heart, you're going to push your heart forward. So everything below the waist, soft, feels ease. It's all through the shoulders and the heart and the arm. So inhale, push your heart forward as you squeeze your elbows towards you. And it helps to close out the eyes here. On an inhale, bring your hands under the shoulders. Peel the body up. Let's go for cobra for one breath. Exhale, come back into table. And here, glide your left knee behind your left wrist. And extend your right leg back out. Bring your hands out to both sides, palms to face the front. Inhale as you squeeze your thighs towards one another. And squeeze the shoulder blades back, tucking the chin a little. Soft gaze to the horizon. You can either stay here if you want to go a bit deeper into the pose. Bring your right hand down, grab the inside edge of your left foot. Inhale, kick your foot into the hand. And then you could extend your right hand up, palm facing front or back, whatever you kind of prefer. Do the same thing on the other side. Come back, table, glide your right knee behind the right wrist, glide your left leg back. Bring your hands under the shoulder, flip the palm forward, roll the shoulder blades back and around. Inhale as you squeeze your thighs towards one another. Shine your heart forward. Soft gaze to the horizon. Breathe into the pose. And again, if you want to go deeper into the pose, if you want, you could grab the inside edge, inside of your left foot. Start to kick the hand into the foot, using the core. Gently lift the left hand up and back. So the more you kind of kick your foot into the hand and use the core, the more stability you will find. Exhale, let that go. Coming back onto our bellies. Bring your hands out by the side and bring one ear to the mat. And just relax to find your breath. On an inhale, bring your forehead to the mat. Bend your knees. Grab the outside edge of your feet now for bow pose. On an inhale, gently peel your upper body off the mat. On an exhale, lift your thighs off the mat. Try to keep your knees as close together as possible. If rocking is in your practice, then go ahead by lifting the heart, lift the knees, lift. The rocking is also really good for digestion. Exhale, let go, bring the other ear to the mat. On an inhale, gently roll onto your backs. So we're going to do a few more poses before Shavasana. So come to lie on your backs. Walk your heels so that you could feather touch the back of your heels. We're going to go for bridge. Let me just get a position here. So a gentle version of bridge would be to take your block and simply place it under the sacrum. Okay, and then you could just bring the soles of your feet, palms to face the sky. If you want to go a bit deeper into the pose, you could interlace your hands behind your back, glue your knees together, walk your shoulder blades a bit closer, tuck the chin towards the collarbone, and inhale, push your hips up as you push your knuckles into the ground, keeping the knees glued together. For 3 breaths, of course. Exhale, let that go. So you could do it one more time, or for those that have wheel in the practice, you can go for wheel. If you want to try to go for wheel, bring your hands under the shoulder. Again, gluing the knees together. And when you're ready on an inhale, push your hips up and go for wheel. So whatever you decide, come out of it gently and safely. Hold your wheel for a few breaths. Now, coming out of the pose, extend the legs. We'll go for fish. Our last hard opener here, as far as poses go before completely relaxing. So you want to tuck your hands under the low back, walk the elbows towards one another, roll the shoulder blades back and around, shine your heart, point your toes, hug in the abdominals. And here, each inhale, push your heart to the sky as you let the head hang, keeping an openness through the heart, through the shoulders. Finally, exhale, relax. You can bring your feet towards the sky. We're going to go for a happy baby. This will release the low back a little. And you could sway from side to side. And finally, we'll go for Shavasana. So the reason I said the bolster or pillow, what you're going to do for the last Shavasana, the last pose, is you're going to bring the block at the top edge of your mat. You're going to place your bolster here on top. You're going to come and sit right against the bolster. So make sure that'll protect the low back. And then you're just going to simply come to lie down, bringing your hands into a T. Inhale as the heart rises. Exhale to relax the shoulders. And bring to mind something that makes you happy, that brings joy to your heart. Inhaling as the heart rises. Exhale to melt into the ground. Relax the shoulders. Relax the toes. Relax your legs. Relax your hips. Relax the belly. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Relax your heart. Hope you've enjoyed the class. Have a wonderful week. Namaste.